Hello and welcome to today's training. My name is Rodolfo Sierra and I'm with Global America Financial Brokerage. And today's topic is learning how to use the software WinFlexWeb.com. This is a free software website where you can run true illustrations and actually get PDF versions of them, not just a quick quote that gives you information on pricing, but actually true illustrations. If you have not signed up for WinFlex and you're one of our agents that works with us or like to be one of our agents, click on Register for WinFlex on this link here and enter your information. When you type in the company name, type in the Global America Financial Brokerage, and you should see us pop in there. Global America Financial Brokerage LLC right there. And that'll link you to all the carriers that we have available within the system here. However, since I already have a login, I will go ahead and just log in. When you first log in, you'll see a lot of information. The main information you're going to focus on is on the shortcuts on the dashboard, is illustrations. As you start working with more clients, you'll be able to do a client manager, there's some agent manager if you have an agency. There's other stuff here that's not really relevant to us right now, like EAP status and AAG Enforce. We don't currently work with those solutions within the software. So for today's training purposes, we'll be focused on illustrations. Click on that. And you will see here, you can start a new case, load a saved case, use last case, or manage your cases. Again, for today's purposes, we're going to show you how to start a new case. And then you'll see all the carriers that you will have access to. For today's purposes, we're going to just do term, life insurance, probably the easiest ones to quote. But you'll see here, as you pick the insurance carriers, you can quote any of their solutions that's within the software. There's GULs, there's IULs, terms, whole life, etc. So let's start with AIG. Let's just do a select a term, which is their term product. Let's do a client, a female client, age 45, and let's put out a preferred non-tobacco rating in the state of Texas. We're going to solve for premium, so we're going to search for $500,000 of term life insurance, and we do it for a 30-year term. Policy options, you can change here to do either annual, semi-quarterly, or monthly payments. For the most part, most clients like to pay monthly, so we'll do monthly for this perspective, leave everything else the same. You can add additional riders if you wanted to. This one becomes pre-selected with terminal illness, and it's already included within the term product. But of course, you can add anything else if you want. But for simplistic purposes, we'll just keep it without adding additional riders. Reports, print cover page, checked off, that's great. Once you create your profile, you'll be able to have your information on there. So when it prints the illustration, you actually have your contact info there. So this is an example of mine that's in the system. And then access, not sure exactly what that does. We'll leave that alone. Hasn't impacted any of my quotes in the last couple of years, so I just leave it alone. And here, let's just calculate. And you'll see here it's been submitted. The status, now it's calculating. You also see on the bottom as well. And here we have our quote. Our female, 45, preferred non-tobacco, $500,000, paying $845 a year. That's just annualized for the sake of the screen here, but on the actual PDF version, you'll see here. It has the actual monthly premium of $70.40 for this $500,000 policy at a preferred non-tobacco rating for your client. So now what we do is, if we want to compare it to a different product, we come up here and do change product. And then we select other product. In this situation, we use American National. We're going to go to signature term again to compare term to term. And you have a couple options here. You can update client, copy add client, or create client. Since we're working with the same client, I recommend doing copy add. What it allows you to do is to keep the current quote you have with American General and then just add the American Nationals below it. If you update, it just replaces the information. You kind of lose that initial quote. So I always like to copy add. or we create a whole new client, which in this situation we don't want to do. So let's just copy add. So there's the information again. Just make sure it kind of matches. Sometimes when we jump from carrier to carrier, some things are slightly different. You just kind of run through it again as if it's the first time to make sure nothing was accidentally messed up in the transition from the product and the carrier. So again, we have a client, 45. She's preferred non-tobacco, state of Texas. We're going to solve for, there's a change. We're going to solve for premium, $500,000 monthly, and we do a 30-year term in this situation. Well, again, we'll leave the policy riders alone. What's nice about American National's products is they include living benefits in their term products. So those are automatically included. Let's not deselect those, let's leave those alone. Agent information, it's pre-populated already. Concept, again, we'll leave alone, and let's just calculate. And you'll see here, we have the AIG from initially, the first quote, and now we've added American National below it. Same parameters with the PDF, click on that. Open that up, and here is your quote. Scroll down and get the details. There is your Mrs. Client, age 45, preferred non-tobacco, 30 years, $500,000. And then we scroll it further down and we have our monthly premium of $78.62. Annualize at $943. Let's do one more. Let's change our product. Let's go to Lincoln. And again, you'll see a lot of products here with Lincoln. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure you go to the correct product and the correct date. So we're going to do a term Excel. You see here, there's 4 options on term Excel, but they all have different dates. Always click the most recent one if you're doing a new client. The reason why they keep other ones in there is for the sake of potentially doing in-force illustrations for other clients that you previously sold the product to. But since it's a new client, we're going to keep it at the most current updated rates, which is 328.22. And remember, we're going to copy add. You see in this one, we have a couple errors. So let's just say fix and just go. So here we have a client to solve face amount, but there's our $500,000, and our term, we're going to change it to 30 years. Policy options, make sure it's monthly. Policy riders, again, we'll leave that alone. Whatever is pre-selected, just leave there. That means it's automatically included in the policy. Reports, leave it as whatever the default is there. Agent info, pre-populated. Concept, again, none, and let's just calculate. And here we have the Lincoln quote with American National and American General. Again, we click on the PDF. Opens up, and there's the Lincoln product presented by you for that client. And here it is, $500,000, female preferred non-tobacco at $71.22. So that's the beauty of using WinFlex. It shows us the true illustrations versus only providing just a price quote. So whenever you're contacting your clients and showing them their options, this is a really good choice to go about doing the illustrations. Plus, it saves you the time having to log into American General's website and then doing American National's website and then doing Lincoln's website. Do it all in one location within this WinFlex software. And the best part of it is it's free. So if you want to access it, go to winflexweb.com, look for Global America Financial Brokerage. It gives you access to all our carriers, and you're able to go in here and quote. You can also do a lot of other carriers and a lot of other products, but for the simplistic sake and for today's training, the idea was to show you how to do term so you can start playing with it, understanding it, and we'll do some subsequent trainings to show you more detail how to go about doing potentially IULs and comparing those side by side. So thank you for joining us today. I appreciate you learning about WinFlex Web and Global America Financial Brokerage. My name is Rodolfo Sierra. You have a great day. Thank you.